Woo! And we are live. Hey, good evening, everybody. I got a great show lined up for you tonight. We are in Pennsylvania, we are in Utah, and we're in Miami, Florida. We'll be right back after this commercial. Here we go. Look, you see how fast that ends?
What an intro. That was awesome.
But it ends too fast. It scares you because it's like, I have to tell a guy, I'm going to be like, hey, Harold, what are you doing, man? Cut it off. All right. Wow. Like I said, everybody, Sunday night, Steve and I have a show, and we got a special guest on tonight, Tuvia. He's in Miami, Florida for staffing, and we're all in staffing. Steve is from northern Utah.
That's
Don't
right.
know what's in Utah.
Full
we still
circle.
talk about that. What is in there anyway?
Rocky Mountains and snow and the Osmonds.
All right, and your temperature is 26 degrees. We're 36 degrees in PA, and you are, Tuvia, come on. How hot?
We're about 75, 78 degrees outside.
Wow, look at that. I can imagine. Hey, we want to thank you, Tuvia, for coming on tonight. We're always going to talk about some staffing, and that's all what we do. But the reason I wanted to have you on the show again is what you do. If you're not familiar, everybody, now, Tuvia lives in Miami, but he recruits for the mainly majority of New York, right?
Yes.
New York City. So then you say to yourself, how? He uses the app, What's Up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Steve, when we first talked in with Shark Week with Richard, and I was blown away of what he does, with this app. So Tuvia, why don't you start up telling us about yourself and then what you do with it? And we're just going to talk.
Okay. So I help employers from New York and New Jersey find employees, mainly entry to mid-level, via social media. So I tell people, everybody knows somebody. That's the beauty of social media.
Yeah.
If somebody reads the post, oh wow, this job might be great for a friend of mine. So by a push of a button, it gets forwarded to them. A lot of times employers get calls from people and they say, "How do you hear about us?" "Oh, so-and-so told me to call you, forwarded me the ad." And not knowing it came from me. And sometimes these ads get reposted and picked up on different boards and people repost them. That's the power of social media.
It goes back to, when I look at, where we get the most people, and all of us can relate, it's referrals.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you like your job and you like what you do, you like your boss, you're going to tell your friends and family. In addition, if you know someone that's just unhappy at their job, you've got this new job energy and you're loving it, and so you want to share the love with everyone else. And it's your best advertiser is word of mouth, but sometimes it's the delivery system, which sounds like you have put in place to help that delivery system get out.
Yeah, and not only that, I'm beginning to see a new phenomenon of people who people got hired through my groups, telling their employers to use me to hire other people.
That's huge.
And Tuvia, you explain to the people, because I still listen. I mean, I don't have time for What's Up and all these stuff. But what is the app? What is the purpose versus texting versus, I know you said groups, Facebook. What makes it different?
Okay, so the way I started it was many years ago, about 3-4 years ago, I broke my shoulder. So I started posting jobs, and people started liking it, and people started telling other people, and then eventually my group just grew, because I feel once you post jobs, what the jobs will bring in the candidates.
What did you do? But so let's I want to peel this back a little bit. What did you do prior to? You said your shoulder. You hurt your shoulder.
Yeah, because I was a nurse. I was doing home health care.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were a nurse. So where'd the idea come from to start posting jobs? Out of boredom, out of necessity?
I was sitting in a chair for about 4 or 5 months. How much TV can you watch?
Yeah.
So I started posting the jobs on WhatsApp because I had a few groups in the past on various other subjects that I started. And so I got good traction. And one thing left the next, and it was a whole snowball effect. And then the reason how I started charging is because an employer wanted their job to be posted at a certain amount of time. So I said, no, I can't do it right now. So he told me that he would pay me to post it. So that's how I got the concept of, oh, wow, people will actually pay for what I created. That's a great feeling. That's a great feeling for someone to pay you money for what you created.
What did your group size look like back then, and what do these groups look like now, like volume wise? How big are we talking?
Okay, so I would say it's a mix about people who are actively looking, passively. I want to have a job, want to know what's out there, what's the next big thing. So it's really a mix, because it's not so much about who's in there. It's about where the job goes once you post it.
So
okay.
You post all in New York, the majority? What? You post most of your jobs in New York and New Jersey?
Yes.
And so as you said, as you grow, I've seen your postings on LinkedIn. You utilize all social media platforms?
Yes.
And Steve, the funniest thing about when we interviewed Tuvia, well, when I was talking to him for over an hour one time, he was talking about this, what's up, like,
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. And he's going, well, Dave, I get up in the morning and I walk the dog. I hear cha-ching. He gets in his car after his kids, cha-ching. And he gets back home, cha-ching.
Wait, does it actually make that noise? Does it make
no. Oh.
Because I've trained my employees to pay me money automatically. You want to post a job? Pay me money. And they have a link, and they keep sending me money when they want to post. I have people who pay me like a week ahead of time. Okay, here's money. I want to pay for 5 jobs. So charge my card, and when I'm ready, I'll send them to you.
Look, I tell you, if it works, like that's all companies are looking for. HR managers, recruiters, staffing agencies, they're looking for, platforms where if you post a job, you get qualified job seekers to see the job and apply. And so if this is a medium for people going through your platform and it works, any company's going to pay for it if it works.
Yeah. And it's
true. Not only that, because they always say niches make riches.
Oh my God. All right, we have, not to interrupt things, but we have a very important person all the way from Australia.
Ooh.
Janie.
Oh,
she's saying hi, guys.
Janie, how are you?
But then look, she says, hi, Tuvia.
Hi.
And she says, oh, hi, David. I got that in there. And hi, Steven. So, Janie, you have to let us know if you have found your job. She has been through the ropes trying to find jobs in Australia.
Janie, come to Utah. Much better than Australia. Just come to Utah. I'll get you a job.
You know what, Janie? What are you looking for? Because this is the man to ask right here. But
I have a lot of companies looking for remote.
Hey, there you go.
That's what's really good.
And good, and you're qualified. I'm sure they don't care where you are in the world, as long as you do your job good and you can produce. It's
all that matters.
Yes.
Yep, and she didn't find it yet. So, are you two connected?
I think we're connected on LinkedIn, Janie. I'm telling you, just move to Utah. Forget about Australia. Come to you. We got kangaroos in the zoo. So
but he's saying okay. But what I wanted to bring up, Steve, is I took his advice, Tuvia. I didn't use the "what's up," but I offer companies now, and I have two that pay me like a job board. So you're looking for a forklift driver, it's $150. So we find them, we vet them, we look at the resumes, make sure they're good, send them to the other company. They hire them, cha-ching, boom, $75 for a warehouse associate, cha-ching. But the part of it is a little bit different than ours is, well, there's not much of a difference because we're just doing we're really talking to the people. We're investing the time. Tuvia has such a great following that people know him that when I go on LinkedIn and I see that he posted 5 jobs, just the jobs, that's all he does. Short, real short. And they reach out to that.
Yes. Yeah. And just recently, this might blow Steven's mind, but I filled a position for about over $250K this week.
Yeah.
The salary or the commission?
Yes. Salary.
Okay. Wow. Hefty commission too then.
Nope.
Oh, because it was a job, because they just posted on your job board and paid Oh man, that kills me.
Just post the job. But what he does is, that's what's unique about him, is when he built that whole platform of followers now and referrals, companies are reaching out to him, and that the revenue is just there constantly every day.
Impressive.
Every day. I would like to have a $250,000 placement at a 15%.
Right? Yeah, I'll take that too.
You know what, David? Should we tell him how much I charge the employer?
Oh, hello.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill, how's it going? He's all from Pittsburgh. I don't know how the Steelers do. Now they play Tuesday. Janie had said COVID. But I wanted to go over a couple things today, Tuvia. What kind of struggles do you see in New York, like right now? Like, I've never asked somebody that. What do you see?
Okay. So, because I was talking to a recent HR director, because I try to build rapport with a lot of these companies. So I was speaking to an HR director, and she's in the mortgage industry. And she was telling me for her industry, there is a tremendous poaching going on. People. What?
Is that in all areas of mortgage, or is it a call center? Is it?
No, because a lot of these businesses have their sales reps. I guess that when they find a good one, and when they try to poach him and come to our company.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's very common, not only for her industry, but I'm sure everywhere across the board.
Dave's pretty good at that. He likes to poach people from one company to the next.
Yeah, I'll do it all the time. I don't care. I tell everybody too, you know me, I want to win. Yeah. I will come into your company. If you make me mad, don't make me angry. Because I love, if I get mad, I'll go right after that company. I'll send a video. I'll be like, are you unhappy? Do you not like your job? Do you not like working night shift with your phone? Yeah. Come on over here. We got perfect benefits. Oh my God. You start showing that 45-second view and you put it on 3 to 11 or 11 to 7 and your phone.
Note to self, Tuvia, don't go toe to toe with Dave.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of hard for these companies, because a lot of these companies, they train people how to be a sales rep or learn the mortgage industry. And then if you're good and you excel, some other company comes in and gives you a higher salary, and then you're gone.
Yeah.
How has COVID affected your business now, Tuvia, this year? Is it?
COVID hit me for about 3 or 4 months. It was completely dead.
Wow. That must have been really hard. That must have been really challenging to have a 3 to 4 month hit.
Yeah. It was at my high point, and then it went from maybe the top, hit the ceiling, until I just drop.
Dropped. Same
So
thing with
when did that? Has it climbed back up? Then are you back to your high? Have you made new high
before? But it's getting there.
Where do you have the most success? Where do you for you? Where do you have? Do you have the most
success?
Like what platform when you post your jobs?
Oh, so I would say WhatsApp.
Dave, we gotta get this down, man. We gotta tap into WhatsApp.
I don't have I see it. I put it on my page, and then I'm like, oh God, it's just another thing to figure out. But I know it's not hard.
No,
he put me on one of his groups, Steve. I am on his group, and I had to turn the thing off notifications because it was going.
And I post about 20 to 30 jobs a day.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just Googled WhatsApp statistics. There are 2 billion WhatsApp users around the globe. 1.6 billion access the app on a monthly basis. Just in February of this year, it was downloaded 96 million times. Wow, that is.
I don't have the energy.
That's impressive.
White again. Sorry, that's a long story.
Steve, even for your company, if you have, for example, if you have a client base of, let's say, everybody in one group are looking for a job, so when you post a job in that group, they'll be able to reach out to you and say, okay, fine, I'm interested in this job.
Yeah, no, that's huge. And it looks like, in the U.S., it says there's expected to be over 85 million WhatsApp users by 2023.
Wow.
That's a lot of people, Dave.
I know.
Yeah.
My mind's going crazy now, thinking, well, but the only thing I don't understand is, like on social media, you can only have one thing. Like it says, you can put "what's up." I put that on there, but what's the difference? Like it's still for me, it's going to be text to me. That's how they're getting a hold of me, right?
Here you go. Here's why, Dave. The highest users of U.S. adults are ages 18 and 24. You don't find 18 and 24-year-olds on Facebook, right? They're on the other platforms, and apparently WhatsApp is one of them. 18 and 24-year-olds. I mean, that's our target market in light industrial, right?
Yes.
So, Tuvia, Janie has a question for you.
How do you put jobs on there? Okay, those jobs have to be in groups. You have to join a group. Okay, so in the app, we'll give you an option to make groups. So when you make a group, you have to add participants to your group and share the link with other people. So people
like a messenger, messenger board.
Yes, or you could do status. If there's an option on WhatsApp that have status. Status is that you post a job on status, and the recipients save your number and get a notification when you post, and they'll be able to view it for 12 hours.
But it's the same number, though, right? It's your same.
Yes.
It's the same number.
So kind of like Snapchat.
Yes, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. So 18 to 20. She said, okay, 18 to 24. Well, I guess if you're looking for that type of job set, then that's the way to go.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not going to hurt to add that to your account or have another account.
Personally, I'm beginning to see my clientele is mostly men on my WhatsApp group. I would say about 88% are men, but I have Instagram. My Instagram has 63% are women.
Dang, yeah.
That's the whole thing. I mean, Steve, do you see in the industries staffing agencies using WhatsApp? WhatsApp? Whatever it is.
I see very little usage across all platforms outside of Facebook. Snapchat, you see some companies starting to catch on to that, but the conversion rates are super low. And I think it's the type of engagement you're doing on Snapchat. TikTok, with how the government jumped into TikTok this last few months, trying to figure that all out. And TikTok was always like super closed. Like I reached out to some of their top executives, like trying to advertise on TikTok, and you could not break through those barriers, man. It was tough. So yeah, it's really expensive, but now they're like, they want every business on TikTok. They're giving you $200 advertising credit. So I think that's a untapped market for staffing.
Okay, but you have to understand, but when it comes to marketing, you have to understand one thing. Not everybody is your customer.
Right.
Okay, so when you throw dirt on the wall hoping that it will stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
right. He's right.
You're so right, Tuvia. You gotta find your. It's like if you want to find a bunch of Catholics during Christmas, where would you go? Well, you would go to mass. But you can't just walk down the street and ask who's Catholic and who isn't. It's going to take a long time to find a bunch of Catholics.
That's it's true. No, because I'm beginning to see in my industry where people ask me to want to market them, so they always tell me they have 30,000 emails. I'm like, okay, so can you tell me more? Who are these people that you're marketing to? No, but I have 30,000 emails. I'm like, okay, so what's the demographics? Where do they go to?
Yeah.
But by me, I could tell you that 90% of my people are from the New York, New Jersey tri-state area.
That's huge. And that's something you built overnight. Like that took you months and years, right?
3 or 4 years.
3 to 4 years. And like I said, if that's what you come across and you started out with, and look what I told you, excited. That I was excited when I did that with the staffing companies. Because to think about it, like you said, when she had said the ROI on Indeed or Career Builder averages for a logistic person $70 for one person. That's the ROI basically, because everybody's clicking, everybody's paying to click, So if you think about it, if you spend all that money for Indeed, because people don't realize, Steve, they don't realize that every time they push click, the company's paying for it.
Yeah.
I make sure to click on my competitor job ads every day, just in the morning during my breakfast.
On social media a lot. I know what company I did that a lot to. I'd be like, but it does.
But I think David's onto something bigger, because David offers companies, small companies, what they can't afford. It's gold. What David's doing is gold.
Yep, agreed.
And Dave brought it down to $50 for like the small businesses. So we're trying to build the pool of candidates, all candidates. Doesn't matter. It's almost the same concept. All of them on there. And then if we have somebody from a local company that's looking for somebody, that is nothing. Can you imagine having a person? Because, and Steve, we all know each other by now, but I don't like to send anybody to a company that I wouldn't hire myself. I mean, if you sneak by, you have to admit, you thought one of your friends or you sent would stay, but I just think trust comes down to that trust.
Agreed. Yeah.
Free is very underrated also.
Yes. And that's where I told you, like when you say $50, but if it's constantly coming to you, constantly coming all day long, you can run the office with forklift drivers. You could just kill them because you're not going to pay no workers' comp.
Nope.
Nothing. So it's
very minimum overhead.
I didn't want to do it at first, but I did it, and it's a start. And 3 companies now, 3 top companies.
And David, cha-ching!
I know. I did. Hey, Steve, I did that to him. I was driving. I pulled up, and I had a person text, and I call him. Perfect fit. There was $150. Just, but in all seriousness, so what's nice about, look at what you're providing for your customer.
Yes.
You're both winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're both winning on the job board. You're like, look at you. You keep your price the same. We would love a $250,000 fee.
Right.
But you keep it steady to where you're constantly working.
But the beauty is, because what I kind of hope is when I place them, they usually come back to me because they want their jobs to be posted. Like, for example, I got an HR director a job, So wherever she goes, she calls me up to post their job.
That's beautiful. I tell you, Tuvia, I've thought about it since you were on Shark Week a few months ago, and I think that was back in May or June.
Yeah,
when was
Yeah,
Shark
it
Week?
was June, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I've just been so busy with running other platforms, doing social media, and you just convinced me tonight, Tuvia. I am creating a WhatsApp group, and I am going to start and I'm going to promote that on my other social media channels,
Yes.
right? Link
Yes.
that in, and I'm not going to do it like you're doing it, Tuvia, because that's just a conflict of interest. But what I'm going to do is use it for my own jobs to push it out to the market.
Yes.
Because I've got hundreds of jobs, so there's a diversity of my jobs out there in every vertical, and I'm just going to pump it through to my audience.
No, what I envision is, like, for example, if you know candidates looking for a forklift driver, why don't you start a forklift driver group?
Yeah.
If you have candidates looking for, let's say, for warehouse workers, start a warehouse group. Why? Because the people in the group will ask you for the link to share it with other people.
It's a great point.
That's right there what I was talking about that made me stop when you said that. Because I was thinking, how can you utilize it? But then when you said make a group, you can still do it on social media the same way. Make a group. Hey, join my social media. You wouldn't have to go up to what's up. What's up? Sorry, but you could still do it and not change anything. But hey, go to my social media group, join it for forklift drivers. And then Steve, think about it. It's kind of like your ATS in a way.
Well, and I look at my social media pages on Facebook. I've got 40,000 members of these 6 different groups that I admin, and so that's my source of applicants. And so to tie in another platform to reach these 18 to 24-year-olds that are not on Facebook, I think Tuvia, you're onto something.
But out of those 60,000, how many of those people actually are active?
It's an ebb and flow. You have a job seeker on there that they're looking for their job, they got the job, and then they completely are dormant in the group for the next 6 months, and then when they're on the market again, they're back in the group, and it's only for a few days.
With WhatsApp, but with WhatsApp, you can actually engage the person in your group.
Yeah,
that's great.
Like when you send them a little text message saying, hi, so and so, my name is Steve. How are you doing? Are you still looking for a job? Are you happy? Are you happy doing what you're doing? Do you want to look for a different job? It's just the possibilities are like endless. And then not only that, those people will tell other people to call you or join your group because you provide A+ service.
Because you can make your own on your regular business Facebook page.
Right.
I can make a job for a forklift group. You can make a separate one.
Yeah.
And copy the link.
Link it in there. Yeah.
And put it in there and say, hey, would you like to join? Now my mind's going to not stop tonight.
Personally, I think Facebook is on the decline.
It is.
I agree. Yeah.
For certain things, organic reach. We were just talking about on Steve's show. I'm not kidding you. If I post a job, and even if a lot of the employers post them, you know me, I live for this stuff. And when you only see 1 or 2, 3 reach, now when I take that job and I share it to 20 job boards like Steve does, now you get some response because people go to those pages. But with a video, when you can throw it up on the screen and show the results, it's the facts, and see where you have so much engagement and people watching, like we have people watching on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
Not just a post. You know, and Steve, we just did this beforehand, talking about the jobs that he has. They're coming from Wyoming into Utah. And
we're shuttling them in. Well, the thing about you have like Tuvia, I mean, you can relate to this. You have traditional static job ads, just text. You talk about the job, the pay, the shift, all of that. And then you have what I've challenged my team is have a static job ad turned into a video. So a Facebook Live video talking about the job ad, and you can move that onto any platform, but you're taking the static out of it and you're connecting with the job seekers, and that's what we're trying to do on Facebook. And I think Facebook's just another word. I think I could get this from Gary V. I've heard him say this before.
Oh, Gary V is good.
Yeah, like Facebook is just where the attention's at. Like Facebook could be called the internet. It's where all the attention's at. And so that'll change. And yeah, you see that decline in Facebook. So wherever the attention's moving, whether it's another platform or a variety of other, 2 or 3 platforms, that's where people's attention is at. And that's where we've got to get our messaging, whether it's WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok.
But you could create your own attention by getting your name out there and saying, "Oh, Steven is a guy in northern Utah for the jobs." So once you establish yourself,
yes,
that Steven, then people will come to you.
I get stopped in Costco and Smith's and every grocery store, and they're like, "Hey, you're that Facebook guy, or you're that Elwood guy." And I'm like, "Oh." But now
we had a question for you, Tuvia, if you want to read it from Bill.
Yeah. If somebody's looking for a job on WhatsApp, could the current employer see they're looking for another job? No, because it's only limited to the people in the group.
So unless the HR manager and the boss, in the group with the employee, probably not likely, right?
Yeah. Plus also, all of those jobs get directly to the employer. I don't interview anybody. I don't talk to anybody.
No, I've seen your job is just right there. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. The minute I post, the minute I send it out there, my job's over.
That's it.
Man.
And what I want to do before we wrap it up here, Tuvia, as I like to say, is I find you fascinating. We've talked sometimes for an hour. I mean, during the week, it's like Steve too. You get to learn. You sit here and you learn everything from Miami, Florida, Utah, whatever's in Utah,
Utah Jazz, Utah Jazz.
Oh, there you go. You said thanks. Yeah, Utah, wherever that is. Whoever knows, no football team, nothing. But you've always given good advice. Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
You've never yelled at me, but you've always said, David. You always say that to me. Then
true.
Because even the best, you have to tell somebody. Look at Steve. But no, I listen, and I don't think anybody's an expert. Look at Steve.
No.
Anybody's an expert, and you can pick up so much by picking your brain, Steve's brain, Bill's brain, Janie's. The littlest thing is what helps. And what I like also is you care about people, your customer service. You always say what?
What?
About customer service.
What do I say?
Oh, no, you always talk about customer service. That's your number one. You like to take care.
Right. Customer service is number one. Yeah, because I would follow up with an employer, because I would follow up a day or two later asking the employer if they got good responses.
Okay, Bill. And you get a lot of good responses because he follows up on all his jobs.
It's impressive.
Sometimes they don't respond to me, but I take it as a good, because I only get responses when people aren't happy.
No news is good news.
Exactly.
Well, we all know that, right?
I want to tell you one more thing, Stephen, before I forget.
Tell me.
Is that on social media, it's very important to be consistent.
Yes.
Consistency is key. That's the key to success. If you're going to start something, you might as well do it for the long haul. Not be in it for a month or two and then saying, "Oh, well, this is not working. Let me stop." No. Yeah.
And that's hard. I mean, you think about it, like I took Thanksgiving break off. I took a couple of days off of posting on my Facebook Lives, and I took a week off about a month ago, and it's you actually can see the lack or the decline in the applicants coming through when you take that time off. And so consistency is key, and it's having a balanced media schedule. I think, my goal, Tuvia, is to have more of Steve's, but not Steve, right? More people for my team that are engaging daily, so I don't have to be on there daily. And providing like I had Dave on my show earlier today, and that was pretty rare. Dave's only been on it like 1 or 2 other times.
Tuvia went to #1 within the first time history, the best ever. It was the best ever. No, it's never happened in the history of Facebook. It's always been #1. I don't know what I did. It just showed my face now page in Utah because there's 10 people there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but the bad thing about Facebook is that you have to be always following the algorithm. You have to know how to play it. But the good thing about WhatsApp is there is no algorithm. It's your group.
It's your group.
It's brilliant. I am building that group out tonight. I'm staying up all night, Tuvia.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try that. It's not hard just to copy and paste a link to forklift drivers with your job link, Steve. If you do your job postings, you apply at www.resultsstaff.com, or for forklift drivers, go to this link and join a group.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, it's not going to happen overnight, but if you get 5, 6 and build it up, but you know what?
I see myself reaping the rewards a year from now.
For that.
Again, I tell you, my goal is to change the way the recruiting is done. I have a vision to follow.
That's it. All right. Well, Mr. Tuvia from Miami, Florida. We have Steven from Utah. I'm sorry. I don't know why I laugh. And Dave Wilson over in Pennsylvania. We want to thank everybody. But I always like to end Tuvia. I told you this before, and I know Steve knows this is coming. And it's Sunday night. We always got to have some fun.
That's right.
But doesn't Steve look like Clark Kent?
Oh, my God.
If he just took the glasses off, wouldn't he be like Clark Kent?
What was Lois Lane? Where's Lois Lane?
Yeah,
she's taking a nap right now.
Who did you say he looked like, Tuvia? Jobs?
Yeah, right? Hold on.
You say you look like Jobs?
Who?
Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
He said Steve Jobs. So
I will embrace both of those looks. Both Clark Kent and Steve Jobs take the best of both worlds.
You know what? You're it, man. That's popular. So, all right, guys. Thanks, and we're gonna make sure this ends. And thanks everybody for the show, Janie, Bill. Thanks to everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.